Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan Pre-Market View. Indian markets, after the huge run-up that they had seen, the indices were broadly trading in a small range yesterday and saw some amount of profit booking coming in. The indices finally managed to close in the positive territory with Nifty closing up by 11 points and Sensex up by 13 points. If you look at the global markets, especially the US yesterday, the US market saw a sharp bit of correction with indices ending down by 0.87%, that is Dow was down by about 137 points, Nasdaq was down by about 23 points and S&P was down by about 12 points. This was after the Federal Reserve official from Philadelphia indicated that the Fed should increase the rate earlier than anticipated in order to keep inflationary pressure under check. And also the markets were weighed down by poor earnings, especially from the retail sector out there. If you look at the Asian markets, they are trading mixed currently, with Japan down ahead of the Bank of Japan's policy. And also in terms of global event today, Federal Reserve will come out with its minutes of the last minute, which would be very important globally. If you look at Singapore Nifty, it is currently trading very flat. It's indicating a negative opening by about 7 points currently. If you look at flows, flows were subdued yesterday. FIIs were seller for the first time yesterday in the cash market after April. They sold very minorly in the cash market to the tune of 104 crores. DII continued to be on the selling spree and sold about 650 crores in the cash market, whereas FIIs were buyers in the index, which are to the tune of 650 crores. Now, to have a view in terms of how indices are placed from here and how is Nifty poised from here, let's have Sadhna.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. In yesterday's trading session, we have seen that market started the session with gap up opening and Nifty hit a fresh intraday high with a mark of 7,350 levels. But after that, it continued to trade in a narrow range and sentiments remained positive for the whole day, ahead of weakening of rupee against the US dollar. And Nifty finally snapped the session with a marginal gain of 0.28%. In this period, we have seen that long positions were built up as around 0.55 lakh shares were added in open interest and Nifty futures price increased by approximately 20 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry increased by approximately 70% and Nifty futures premium increased from 16 points to 25 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is increased marginally from 0.72 to 0.75, which is clearly indicating that put option has added more number of shares than call option. And in yesterday's trade, we have seen that unwinding activity taking place in call option. We have seen that in the money options, we seen unwinding activity in 6,900 call option towards 7,200. But we have seen that good amount of additions were there in 7,400 and 7,500 call option. And one more thing we have noticed that activity is shifting from 7,000 put option to 6,900. As we have seen, the reduction is happening in 7,000 put option and good number of additions were there in 6,900 put option. There are two securities in bank period today, one is Dish TV and second is Unity. Yesterday, FIs were net buyers of approximately 718 crores in future and option segment. Our 5 days VWAP is 7215, lower range for the market would be 7,200 and higher range would be 7,400. As Singapore Nifty is up by 19 points, which is at 7309.50, so we may see marginal flattish to positive opening in Nifty. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Given the news flow which has come in yesterday, friends, let's look at some of the actionable ideas for the day. Now, SR Oil reported its Q4 number yesterday. PAT came in at about 1,000 crore versus 200 crore. This was largely led by good GRMs, which are about $10 per barrel, and foreign exchange gain. One can long SR Oil on this positive news with stop loss of 78.5 for potential target of 84. Now, in a major setback for Cain, India's DGH rejects Cain India's 10-year extension of the Barmer field. I mean, earlier as per the plan, this was to be extended by 10 years. However, as per the new norms, which is likely to come in, the extension could be only for 5 years, which could actually cast a big shadow on the new investment plan in this field. So one can short Cain India as this news is sentimentally negative for the company with a stop loss of 360 for potential target of 342 and below that at 335. Now the watch list for the day today, we have stocks with positive bias, SSLT, SS Sterlite, Divi's Lab, Tata Global. We also like Andhra Bank, and among sugar stock, Balrampur Chini. All these stocks can be longed with a stop loss of about 2 to 3%, whereas one can short Coal India and HPCL from intraday point of view. Today we have results coming in from PI Industry. The Q4 estimated PAT is about 38.6 crores, and we also have numbers coming in from Z Entertainment. Here the estimate is about 212 crores. Now, yesterday, US FDA has warned Sun Pharmaceutical for its response given on the Khardi plant in Gujarat, and they feel that the corrective actions taken are not good enough. US health regulator had warned Sun Pharma that it may withhold all approval in terms of drug application and extend an import ban on its Khardi plant in Gujarat if violation of manufacturing norms are not corrected quickly. This is a sentimentally negative news for Sun Pharma. Also, Malaysian palm oil has corrected quite a bit from the recent highs. There is a correction of about 12% in its prices and is now currently trading at 2600 rupees. This along with appreciating rupee augurs well for the soap manufacturers in the country, which could see some sort of breather because of the raw material price cool off. Now, SpiceJet has said that it is in advanced talk to raise funds. This is after the company reported a massive loss in this quarterly numbers. The low-cost carrier has indicated that it is into very advanced stage of negotiation for capital infusion by an external entity. The Income Tax Department has once again filed a notice against Adani Group. Now, this is relating to tax evasion by the company by showing higher expenditure, and the demand could be as high as 2,000 crore. Now, this is in addition to the DRI notice which was issued last week for import under invoicing of imports of capital goods equipment by the company. So this is sentimentally negative for the Adani Group. That's it, friends. So we have today. Thank you and have a fantastic trading session.